How was your experience doing the CMA?
I should browsing the company profile,
Some questions that you would ask.
building relationship and communication skill,
According to you, some of the skills that you have developed.
and problems faced you and how can you handle it.
So, how do you advise? Hey, hi Ali. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Asif, for having me today. It's my pleasure to meet you.
Before we start into the questions that we have from the survey, it'll be good if you can give your introduction from your qualifications to experience so that our listeners understand your perspective better.
Yes, actually, I have around 20 years of experience in accounting and finance field. I am certified CMA and FMVA. I started my career as accountant at small companies for around 8 years. So I learned a lot and understand the accounting cycle from scratch. After that, I got my first managerial position as the chief accountant in a manufacturing steel company, which my business acumen started to grow and my mindset started to shift from historical view to looking forward view. After that, I moved to the next level position as the group accounting manager in a manufacturing steel company also for 5 years. When I joined the company, which was no accounting cycle, no formal management reporting, I created everything from scratch, and also I started to practice financial analysis, budgeting, and forecasting. After that, I joined in December 2019. I joined Bimasa Egypt. My current role as finance manager in Bimasa Egypt. I worked deeply in FP&A role, and my business acumen advanced, and I built a good relationship with all internal and external parties. I involved in all decision-making process, and I acted as finance business partner. And I also did a lot of financial modeling in budgeting, financial analysis, scenario and sensitivity analysis, and also feasibility studies. Finally, in 2022, I joined Razi Hospital as a board member of director. Being a board member of director is a wonderful and amazing advancement in my career path. So I participate in setting all vision and mission and core value of the organization and setting business strategies also. So leading the business from the build table is different.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Now, you had extensive experience both in accounting and management accounting and FP&A. So, according to you, what has been the greatest challenge while you moved from accounting roles to more finance manager and business partnering roles? So, if you can share what challenges you faced and how did you overcome?
Yeah, the first challenge faced me in starting of my career, which was a shortage of money. Everyone when he start his career need to take international certificates, which I need to take CMA certificate, and there was shortage of money, so I had to limit my marriage and to postpone my marriage and limited my expenses to save money to be able to take a CMA certificate. This is the first challenge. The second challenge faced me, which was I missed a mentor to guide me in my career. Before I know LinkedIn, I missed the mentor and missed the networking for with finance professional. So I keep search, keep learn, and keep build relationships until I joined LinkedIn, which became my career mentor.
Awesome. Yeah, I think LinkedIn is helping a lot of young
Yeah,
listeners because
yeah, yes,
you
yes,
could interact with seniors and learn from them. You mentioned about
yes.
the resources issue and the mentorship issue. So in spite of challenges, you managed to do the CMA. So how was your experience doing the CMA? Did that help a lot in your FP&A role or your management accounting role?
Yes, yes, CMA gives me all the knowledge and fully understand the concept required in the FP&A role, like costing, budgeting, financial analysis, scenario and safety analysis, net present value, internal rate of return. All this concept, you take the knowledge from CMA certificate. So it is very helpful for me in my journey.
So we talked about challenges. Now, what are, according to you, some of the skills that you have developed? I see you've done a lot of certifications along with CMA as well. So are there any skills particularly that you want to highlight that somebody should focus on while they are doing this transition?
I think after from my experience journey, after you take your CMA certificate, I take the FMVA certificate to transfer my knowledge I took from CMA to practice. CMA specialized, FMVA specialized in practical Excel modeling. So I transfer the knowledge to practice. So taking the CMA certificate, after this you take FMVA certificate is logical progression in your journey. Another skill I think it building relationship and communication skill. You should enhance your communication skills before you move to the FP&A area, because it is essential and is will ease your transition.
First is financial modeling, which is practical certification, that is a skill that you can build. Uh, and then second is the communication, which is the most important part, especially when you deal with senior people in the company. All right, so let's move to the next part of the survey questions. So we talked about the challenges and skills. Now, if I have to ask you for interview preparation, so what is your process? So if say you have to prepare for an interview for a company, or if you have to guide somebody who's a young FP&A analyst and he's preparing for an interview, what would be your advice to that person? These are the steps you should be following.
Yeah. The first step, I study the job description very well, and linked the job description with my CV and experience. The second step, I should browsing the company profile to know a little bit about the company and know the vision, mission, and core value to mention this in the interview. And also, you should browsing the interviewer profile to know a little bit about himself and his background. After that, I should organize and review the key idea and the key point I will mention in the interview, and link it to the job description to be ready to be confidential in the interview. This will make the interview success.
Thank you so much. So if I have to just summarize, first is to uh, to which was referring the one part was the LinkedIn profile of the interviewer. Then
Yeah,
the second part was
LinkedIn
understanding
profile for the company. Yeah,
the job description in detail and researching about the company.
yeah.
Thank you so much. And if you were interviewing somebody, say if you had to interview in your team and an intern or analyst for FP&A role, what are the questions? What are some questions that you would ask? Maybe one or two questions that you would ask that person in the interview.
Yeah, as I mentioned, building relationship and communication skills is essential in the FP&A role. You can't move to the FP&A area without you have building relationship and communication skills. So I will test his ability to communicate from his previous years. I will test his team working with cross-functional team with the other department like sales, marketing, human resource. So this is the first question. Second question, I will test him, ask him about what is the target of the FP&A role, FP&A role. What is the target from this function? To test his strategic thinking and looking forward view to know if he shift his mind from the accounting and audit area to the FP&A role or still thinking about the accounting. The third question, I will ask him about if he understands the concept of net present value or not, because I saw this concept is a core concept in FP&A role.
First one was communication, so checking the communication skills
Yeah.
during the interview. Then the second thing you mentioned was about some core concepts like NPV and present value, which
Yeah.
you discussed. And what was the third area which you mentioned? I think there was one more.
I will test his strategic thinking. If he shift his mind from think about historical data, or he is started to think about looking forward view and strategic thinking.
Basically, the mindset is it he
Yeah,
is
mindset. Yeah. I mean the mindset, shifting his mindset from historical data to looking forward about future data and insights and.
all right. Now say the person has joined the team, and this is the most difficult part in somebody who's doing this first FP&A role from accounting or audit background. So how do you advise that person should approach the first a few weeks, maybe for 30, 60 days, what that person should be looking to do in that early period so that it becomes comfortable and uh, becomes successful in that FP&A role?
You mean the plan for when he joined? Yeah.
So the first few days,
Yeah.
2 weeks or first 4 weeks plan.
Yeah. The first priority for his also again to start building a healthy relationship
Yeah.
and communicate with all departments of the organization. As the more healthy relationship he made, the more he will be success in his targeted role. The second, he need to understand the day-to-day operation and the workflow very well. So he should listen more and speak less to all the department of the organization. The third, I think he should study the last 5 years financial statements of the company to know what happened, like profitability, cash flow, revenue and expense trend, capital expenditure. After that, he should analyze and make deep analysis to the last 5 years financial statement of the company to know why it happened and get the insights of the industry. After this, I think he fully understand the drivers which lead the business and the company. Now, I think he can go forward to the next level of FP&A role, which predict and forecast the future and put up an action plan to execute it.
Awesome. So again, starting with building relationships, then spending time with the business, listening more than doing, and
Yeah,
really also understanding the financials and the historical information that you have, and then moving to the budget and forecast. So I think
yeah,
that sounds like a good roadmap for somebody who's joining you. Now, I think that
yeah.
brings to the end, almost the end of the conversation. Are there any last comments, thoughts that you want to convey? And if somebody wants to reach out to you, what would be the best way to reach out to you for questions on this topic?
I am sorry, you can repeat the question. I don't understand your question.
I will repeat. So we are almost at the end of the conversation, so we will
Yeah,
continue the conversation. Before we do that, are there any last comments, thoughts from you, any message that you want to give? And how do people
yeah.
reach out if they want to reach out to you and ask you questions? Is there any way? Maybe LinkedIn can be one way they can reach out to you.
Yeah, I need to recommend the candidate who need to go to FP&A role. When you make an interview, you must mention a real life story from your roles and problems faced you and how can you handle it. Uh, and I need to tell them also if B&A role can enhance your business acumen and you become fully understand all business topics. After you spend several years in FP&A role, you can handle any C-level position like CFO, like CEO, like manager, and also you can act as a board member of director because you have fully background about the business.
Mhm.
This is some advice I can give to the candidate.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ali. And it was a pleasure having you on this conversation. And I'm sure this will go to a lot of people from the book
Uh,
and through this video. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope we will meet again soon sometime.
Thank you, Asif, for meeting you, me today. Thank you.